Hi, I'm Nia, and I'm going to show you how to make a heart out of your locks using barrel rolls. Now, all you're going to need are some hairpins. You're going to use the straight pins. These are the ones with the open center, not the little tight ones, because those will not push through your lock and be sufficient. I actually bought a set here that come in 3 different sizes, so it's already open, but it kind of looks like this, right? With the small ones, the medium ones, and the big ones. Picked that up at the beauty supply store for about $2. So that's all you're gonna need. And then of course your lock. So let's get started. So the first thing that I did was I put my hair up in a bun, and what the bun is going to do is it's going to serve as a bit of a display board for my heart once it's created. I left a section of hair out in the back. You can see here, yeah, just a small section, and I counted it out. It's approximately 16 locks. This may vary on how you want to do it depending on how thick your locks are and how long your locks are, and I'll explain why that matters after I've shown you how to make the heart. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with one barrel roll, right? All of this hair is going to go into one neat barrel roll. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make this barrel roll, and it's going to be created just the right length in order to get my hair to come around the front of my face, because I want my heart to rest in front of my bun right on the top of my head. So I'm going to do this, and if you've never made a barrel roll before, all you're really doing is taking one lock and wrapping it around all of the other locks like so. It's pretty simple. And then you also want to make sure that you're not leaving any gaps, because that's what's going to make your barrel roll come out nice and neat. And then once you get to the end, when the lock gets a little bit short, then you just want to take another one and replace it and just keep going around. Okay, so I'm going to kind of measure in a sec to see how far I want it to go, because, okay, like I said, I want my heart to be at the front of my bun. So I'm just doing this really because my hair is so long. As I mentioned before, you might not want to do it this way if your hair is shorter, but the reason why I wanted to do it this way because of my length is I want to use the ends of my hair to make the heart. So if your hair is a little bit shorter, if it's still long, you may want to still start from the back and kind of use this barrel roll to get your hair to the length that you want it. But if your hair is shorter, you can actually start from pretty much right in the front, wherever you are. Okay, so this is just about perfect. And now that I have it the length that I want, I'm going to just take 2 locks here, and I'm going to wrap those around and tie it off. Tie it off, tie it off, tie it off. Alright, so I have my one long barrel roll here. That's just the right length to bring my hair to the front of my head. This is where the base of my heart is going to be. And now I'm going to split the barrel rolls, well, excuse me, split the remaining hair into 2. And I'm going to make 2 separate barrel rolls. Now you want this to be kind of even, because this is going to be the 2 sides of your heart, and you want it to be kind of symmetrical, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay. So now I have 6 locks on each side. It's been divided. And I'm going to just do 1 barrel roll for each of those sides. Right? So essentially what I have here is 1 long barrel roll that is then splitting into 2 barrel rolls. So now as I get to the end, I just kind of have like these two left. Depending on how your locks are, you may have slightly different results when you get to this point. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tie it off again, tying off here, because this is where I want this to end. And I'm going to leave these two here on the end just loose, and they're going to serve purpose later, so don't worry about that. Okay, so that's one side here, barrel roll. And now I'm going to do the other side also in a barrel roll. Wait, hold on. I don't want to use that lock. Use this lock. One thing about doing barrel rolls is that typically you want to take, if your locks are uneven like mine, the longest lock of the bunch to wrap around, because it's going to last you a little bit longer for that wrap around. You won't have to swap it out as soon, and it just kind of helps with the overall length of the barrel roll when you're done. So now you have your one barrel roll that's being split into two barrel rolls, right? And what you're going to do is you're now going to kind of think about how you want to form your heart, right? You can kind of already see that coming together. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe you can't, but you will. Haha. In the end, it will come together. So now I have these loose ends here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use them to kind of continue making almost another barrel roll, right? So you're kind of like, you made the one barrel roll, you separated it, you split it into two, and now you're bringing it back into one again. Now you don't have to do it this way. You could have instead, you could have just did each of these individual, like each of these barrel rolls down to the end and then used rubber bands, but I didn't want to do that, so I didn't. But you could, you know, because what I'm doing right now is actually kind of annoying and extremely tedious. So just to kind of be specific, so because I don't want this to kind of just be like another long length of barrel roll, I'm actually kind of coming up and wrapping it around so that it's all in one spot. I'm kind of weaving through and around. Okay, sorry, my camera is acting a little crazy, but so you're down at the bottom and you just want to wrap the ends kind of down, in, and around, and around, and around, and around, and around. Just kind of tucking any lost little scragglers. So it kind of looks like a little bit of a mishmash down here. Kind of see it, right? So wrapping around and then coming through and then around and through. I don't really have any specific order to this, right? I just want it to kind of look like a point. A little try. See, you see how that just popped out there? These things happen, especially with hair that's as disobedient as mine. Disobedient hair, you get back in there. Ha. I win you, hair, I win you. Okay. So just kind of like tucked in, and that's what it looks like. And then once you have it, right, Going to wrap it around and then just place your heart where you want it. You see? Just kind of push it and form it until it looks the way you want it to, right? And this is where the pins come in. Then you take your pins to secure it. I like to start towards the middle because, you know, center point. Then I get another one, then I get another one. Now again, I have to reiterate why it's so important to have these straight open pins like this, because if you have those other little tight pins, they will not, I repeat, they are not going to push through. Or maybe, then again, maybe they will. If your hair is really soft, my hair is actually very dense and stiff, so can't use those pins to secure styles like this. And that's it. I use 3 whole whopping pins. You may need more, but that's it. There you go. So I hope you think it's cute. All right, so that is how I did it. That's how you make a heart out of your locks using barrel rolls. And you know, this entire style was inspired by a picture that was posted by Francesca Ramsey a couple days ago on Instagram. And she did a bun with a barrel roll spiral in the front, and I was like, would it be if we could put a heart instead of a spiral? And so I just kind of played around with it and I came up with this. So maybe you guys might come up with something else, something even more creative. I'm so interested in seeing what other people come up with. If you guys want to do a video response, that would be awesome. I don't even know how that works, but I'll figure it out if you decide to do it. If you want a tutorial on how to do the bun and the swoop bang, this tutorial is specifically about the heart, but if anyone's interested, I will totally do a tutorial on that if even one person requests it in the comment box. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, like, comment. All your feedback is welcome. Thanks a ton. Peace.